Alright, here's my plan. I'm going to take those 2x6s, those 5/4 deck boards and more 2x6s, and those 6 4x4s, that saw, not that shovel or magnet, and these screws. These are the best in the world. I'll show you what kind I got. Tape measure, who cares what kind. Those are my little hangers, and I'm going to build that. I drew it up this morning, and I'm going to hope that my calculations came out correct for this deck. The top part's going to be 3x4, and the ramp's going to be 7 foot. It's for my mother to help her get up the ramp, get in the house, because the steps are getting a little age on them. So anyway, there's my materials, just in case you want to build the exact same thing. It's not my first deck, but it's my first ramp. And I'll tell you something, I don't know if you've ever built steps before. They're not easy unless you're a pretty good carpenter. And I'm a fair carpenter. Alright, so far I'm going to cut those tops off to make them a normal height. That was just to brace it when I hung it out there because I don't have anybody to hold it for me. And right now I just got all the 4x4s screwed into the 2x6s, and I'll firm them up later, put a board from there to there, one more row down. Everything's level and everything's there. So now I got to do the ramp. It's going to go out that way about 7 feet. I'll tell you something else. This is the best drill I've ever owned. I see a little advertisement for that. Hi Jack, I'm still on my same battery, and I have I put up that 4x4 over there in the corner about 4 times and took it down because I had it in the wrong spot. But I'm using screws. Alright, I have erred in my ways of deck building. Everything here is okay, but you see my ramp, my runner thingies that are going down. I didn't account for that this one's sitting lower than that one, so when you step back and look at it, that one's all hosed up and up in there, and that one's down there. So what I'm going to do is put a 4-foot piece, which is the width of my top boards, a deck board from that end to this end underneath, just to give them leveled up for now, and I may have to build this side up with some rocks or concrete or something. See how that works out. Alright, that worked. We get it kind of, at least both the boards leveled up. Of course the left is still sitting a little lower, but I just got to do some, like I said, I got to put something on there right underneath that corner to straighten that up. But I'm going to wait and do that after I deck the whole thing and see how that goes. Part that yanks is I'm 1 2x6 short from my runner right down the middle, maybe 2. I'm okay, I got another idea. Alright, top deck's on. There it is. So now I'm going back to the store that sells wood to get my 2x6s. I need 2 more for the runners underneath. And then I'll go up underneath that little piece too. I'll be back. Alright, I went and got my 2 more 2x6s. And that's the way it was supposed to look. So it's coming along so far. It's going to be a little bit wider ramp. That's my son can skateboard down it too. Check out this fan. That's probably early 70s action right there. I remember it on this porch when I was a little mini-me. There's my bride over there. She came to watch. Check it out. She caught a lizard. Itty bitty lizard.
Yeah, the cat was trying to eat it.
It's cat food. Alright. I gotta get back to work. Alright, little afternoon thunderstorm. A little intermission here. And I'll get back on it. It's coming along. A little bit. I gotta cut the posts back off. Things like that. So. Turning out to be a little more than just a little passing shower. We're gonna wait it out. Here a little bit more. Watch the thunder and lightning. Now it's coming sideways. Get a little taste of that action. She's running for her wife. I mean her life. I'm gonna sit out here and watch it until the tree falls. And then I run for my wife. Holy smoke. That's a little something to be reckoned with right there. I don't know where the cats are. Let's look over here. See what's going on out there. Oh, it's coming in. Alright, I guess that's enough storm for one day. Okay, 30 minutes later. It's gonna rain it a little bit. Not a whole lot. Okay, maybe a lot. But I did get the bottom board put on a few minutes ago. It stopped raining for a minute. So it wrapped down at the bottom. So what I'm going to do next is put some more railings, or the more 4x4 posts up down the sides. And I'm going to do the handrail and pipe, I believe. That's a good one. Tonight when you get in bed, I'll stop talking. You can play this instead of those little things that make the sound of rain. Just turn on this video. I'll be quiet for a while. Okay, go to sleep. Close your eyes. Okay, slowing down, wake up. Alright, I got some of my posts in. I'm going to put one more post on this corner. I'm not going to put one over there. Just because somebody might still use the steps. I can always add one later. That's what I did on the bottom down here. You know, I had that big gap. I put a 5/4 deck board on there and then ripped it at an angle all the way down the top just to make it look a little better. And I couldn't figure out how to angle notch these things, so I just notched them big on top and bottom, and I had to take that deck board off. It's another good reason to use screws. And then I brought it in from the inside, then screwed it on there with 6 screws, and it's not moving. Everything's pretty tight. So, that's so far. Alright, let me finish this joker. Alright, there it is so far. I'm short a 4x4, and that's it. And then when it all, when it dries out, because it stormed like crazy, I'm going to put this skid guard tape on there. And if that doesn't work well enough, we'll put some good glue on it and then throw sand on it. That's what it looks like right now. I just got to finish. Then I'll be darned. Alright, I got my last 4x4 and the rest of my wood. What I had to do down here at the end, since there's nothing to really mount to make the handrails, the main posts, stable, I had to dig a hole. Then I'm either going to fill it with concrete or just tamp it real well. And then notch it out like I did that one. And then one on the other side. It's already hot. So, that's why I'm panting. So, anyway, kind of get a look at what I'm doing here. Then I'll show you how I cut my squares, the 4x4 sides out of those little 5/4 boards. To give the 4x4s a little more stability when they're in the ground, I dug the hole, and I'll mark right here and on the bottom down there too. Then I'll take it out and I'll cut it this depth So the plan is when I put it back in there, I can slide it up on there, and then it actually locks in there. Not so successful here, so I just cut a big gap. All right, there's my notch. Pretty good on that side. A hair big on that side, but hopefully, if I got my angle right, then I'll get it in there. All right, better than the last ones. A little overhang, but I can adjust for that. Then I got to get it leveled up, tamp it down and all that, and then measure the height and cut it off with the other ones. Completed and cut. I forgot to show you how. No, I did show you, didn't I? How I cut this. No, I didn't show you. If the 4x4 is going to go right there, I just simply sit a 4x4 on top of there and outline it. Not a big deal. Then I cut a little extra just to make sure. I went over a little bit right there. It's kind of a bummer. But it's okay. That joker is strong. It doesn't move. And I got to cut my top post and come back and finish up. Done. Except for one more piece of strip right there. The boards are still damp from yesterday's rain, so I got to put my other strip on. I've got it. I put some top caps on it. $3 or so from Lowe's. I sanded all the edges. Everything's real smooth. No splinters except for that one. Now there's no splinters all the way down, and it's semi kind of sort of squared up nice and normal, but sounds like someone's trying to call me.